In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to make $100 a day using Kindle ebooks without writing or publishing a single word yourself. What's going on, guys? Matthew Sabia here. So like I said, in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a full-time income or just a side hustle using Kindle ebooks from Amazon, but you're not going to be writing books yourself, you're not going to be self-publishing and trying to rank and sell them and all that stuff. There's multiple other ways that you can make money with Kindle with little to no work whatsoever. So your dog could do these methods. It's so simple. So before we jump in, click the like button down below. Things are a little bit rough out there for some people, so I'm going to start sharing some very beginner money-making methods like this that I would use if I was just getting started, or I would share with a friend. Actually, that's what inspired this video. I was talking to a friend of mine. She recently lost her job and she wanted some other ways to make money online. We just kind of did this brainstorming session trying to explain to her just how much money you can make off like a very narrowed down niche like Kindle ebooks or something like this that people really never think of. Now, this list is in no particular order, but let's go ahead and start with ebook cover design. Now, you could go onto all these different websites. So for example, if I go on to Fiverr.com, I made videos on Fiverr before too, and if we just search for ebook cover, you guys will see that there's a lot of really great selling gigs on here for creating covers for ebooks. Now, these are very simple to make. Maybe you have some Photoshop skills yourself, or you could actually use templates from a site like Graphic River or something else to put these together very easily. For example, if you look at this one gig right here, this guy is selling it for $100 a pop, and he sold over 1,000 because you could see the number of verified reviews. So this guy has made around $100,000. That's a six-figure income just designing Fiverr ebook covers on this website. So you guys can really see the potential behind this. So again, you can design these yourself, you can use templates from these different websites, and it's super easy to do. Just make a really attractive gig page on Fiverr. I actually have some videos on that on this channel as well. Go on Amazon, use inspiration from some other best-selling titles in that niche, and I guarantee you're gonna have some happy customers. You could sell them for around $100 a piece. So one sale a day, it's $3,000 a month. Now, the next method on the list is Kindle formatting. Now, you guys already know basically how to create an ebook. You go in Google Docs or Microsoft Word, you export as a PDF after you write it or whatever, but it needs to be in a very specific KDP format if you're actually going to publish it on Amazon. And a lot of new writers, maybe they're not so tech savvy, they just don't know how to do this. They will go on these different websites like Fiverr, Freelancer, Upwork, looking for people to help them format their ebooks from PDFs or Google documents, Word documents, whatever it is, into the proper format to list onto Amazon. It's a very simple method to look how to do. I'm going to link some resources on how to do it down below. So learn how to format the ebooks into the proper format. You can easily charge between 40 and 50 bucks a pop for every single one of those as well. Next, this is a big one, editing books. Now, yes, this one is probably going to be a little bit more time consuming than the others, but you can make a lot of money doing this on these different freelance websites. It's super easy to pitch as well, because if you're a writer or you know copywriting or anything like that, you're often going to hear people say you can't edit your own copy because you're still looking at it in your voice. Your mind is going to process it differently than you would if you're reading someone else's copy and giving critique on it. So you could offer just to make notes on the copy. You could just edit the book yourself. Maybe if you want to put a little more time into it, you could charge more, obviously, charge by the hour for editing the books, but just editing ebooks is also another very lucrative job that you could do on these freelance sites. Okay, so take a look at this gig right here on Upwork, which any of you guys can go out there, create a free account and start making gigs and posts like this and getting sales yourself. This person is doing full book edits for $499. And as you can see right here, they have at least 83 reviews. So that means if I open up my calculator right here, $499 times 83, that means at a minimum, they've made $41,000 just editing ebooks, and they also have other packages. So at a maximum, they've also made around $124,000 just by going out there and offering to edit people's ebooks for them. Now, this next one is probably one of the biggest ones, and it's one of the easier sells as well. Niche research. There's a lot of people out there where they're not just like these different authors who just happen to format their books to Kindle and want to upload them and sell them on there. People do this as a money-making method, and they do this full time. So if you could save them the time, the process of actually doing the research on what niches to create, you're going to save them a lot of time, and you could also make a lot of money for yourself yourself. Now, there's a lot of different tools to do this. I'm actually going to hop in here in just a moment and show you a quick little method to do this. You're basically going to be going off the seller rank on Amazon. So for example, let's say you see a competitor book in a niche you're researching for them that has a seller rank of around like 5,000. I think the Amazon Kindle seller rank, it's called a little bit different, or maybe they change it by the time you're watching this, who knows. But there's tools that you can install into Google Chrome that could let you see the seller rank in search results. There's other things you could use too, just go off of the reviews, see what the bestseller section has, and try and niche down from there. So instead of, books on turkey hunting, see if you could sell books on underwater turkey hunting. As you know, it's a very popular niche, especially in the internet marketing space. Anything underwater turkey hunting related is going to make you massive amounts of money. You can easily become a billionaire selling underwater turkey hunting type things. All right, guys, so let me give you the basics of doing niche research for Kindle books, but I do hope you go out there, if you're going to do this method, find some more in-depth videos and articles online to make sure you know exactly what you're doing. But let me give you the basics. So here I am in the book section, and let's say I want to start searching for something like camping. Now, what you're going to notice is there's over 60,000 results for different camping books. When you're doing Kindle niche research, you want to make sure that there's not a lot of competition and there's not a lot of search results. You want to make sure that the Amazon seller ranking, or BSR as it's called when it comes to books, is fairly low. Now you can actually see this number in search results if you use a little Chrome extension I have called DS Amazon Quick View. Go ahead, search for that, install it in Chrome. It's free and easy to use, and it's going to show you the BSR number and seller rank right here inside of search results. So like I said, we want to find something with less results in here. So let's go ahead and niche down. Let's say we search for camping, cooking. You can actually use the search recommendations up there to find other ideas as well. So if we scroll down here, now we're getting some better results. So there's only 6,000 results. Typically you want to look for something that's under around 6,000 to 7,000, so this definitely qualifies. And if we scroll down here, you'll see that a lot of these books actually aren't very popular. They have these very high seller rankings. And the way the seller rankings work is there's this many books minus one that are selling better in this category than this book. So the lower the BSR number here, the better the book is going to sell. Here's a great example. So they're selling this book for $15, around 200 reviews, so it's selling pretty well, and it has a BSR of 31,750. Now, what you can actually do is copy this number, head over here to an Amazon sales estimator. I'll link this down below as well. We can paste this in here, click on calculate sales, and you can see that this seller is making on average 310 sales a month, which if I bring up the calculator, we do 310 times 15. So minus fees and all that stuff, this seller is probably making around $4,650 a month from this book. So this is a great example of niche that you can give to one of your clients if you're doing niche research for Amazon books. Take note of the cover, take note of other things in the listing. And one last thing I want you guys to keep in mind as well is make sure you're using Google Trends. So for example, if I go ahead and do a search for camping, you're going to see that we're in the middle of summer, so it's pretty high up right now. It dips down in the winter, but you want to make sure that you go and check out the past 5 years. If the trend is consistent, it's going to be a profitable niche to invest time and effort into writing a book about for your client. So as you can see, camping spikes every single year. It's fairly consistent. So this would definitely be a great niche to give to one of your clients to write some Kindle books about. And that, guys, is going to be the basics of niche research for Kindle books, but I highly encourage you to go more in depth, learn some more advanced methods if you're going to be taking this seriously. Now, the sixth item on the list is one that I really like because coming from a marketing perspective, this is something I think a lot of ebook publishers don't really understand, especially more like independent authors who they're not really doing it for the money-making aspect. What I would offer to do is get a Clickfunnels account, which you can create a free trial for. I'm actually going to put a pre-made funnel down below that you guys could use. Build opt-in pages for ebook publishers. So you could create gigs for this on there. You could reach out, directly, like let's say on Instagram or LinkedIn or wherever you guys want to do it. Contact ebook authors and offer this service to them on forums, wherever they tend to hang out. Do a little bit of research. You're actually going to be able to use the link that I'm going to show you guys down below. Click that. It's going to import it into your Clickfunnels account, and you could actually just customize that opt-in page for them to start building their email list. Explain to them how having an email list for your books is so profitable. You guys know the drill. But building websites and opt-in pages for these publishers is often something that is a little bit underrated, and they don't understand the power of that. And of course, you could take this and you could build a whole business around that. You could be an ebook marketing agency or something like that. There's plenty of other branches from this that you guys can market with, but building opt-in pages is something that's very lucrative for these publishers, and most of them, I would say 8 out of 10, probably aren't even doing it. So all you guys need to do is click the link down below, create your free Clickfunnels account, and use one of these pre-made templates to create a beautiful opt-in page for one of your clients to sell their ebook. So Clickfunnels has tons of free templates like this. All you gotta do is come in here, click select, and edit the page with your client's content. Now, one of the great things about Clickfunnels that a lot of you guys may not even realize is if you share a funnel from inside Clickfunnels to somebody else, let's say one of these ebook clients, you actually automatically become an affiliate and get a percentage of their Clickfunnels subscription every single month. So it's just another way to get some more residual passive income off of building funnels for people. Now, the last thing on this list, it's a little bit of a bonus tip, but it may be the most lucrative and one of the easiest ones out of everything that I've shared. There are websites where you guys can go out there and get paid for leaving reviews of Kindle books. Now, I know it sounds a little bit too good to be true, but you guys got to remember, the more reviews that a book has, the more it's going to sell, the better it's going to perform in the Amazon algorithm. And there's a lot of people who are going out there who they're just trying to churn out these books pretty quickly to make a lot of money. They don't have time to go out there, get organic reviews, or just sit there and do it themselves, the different Amazon accounts or whatever. So they will gladly pay you, let's say between $5, $10, $20 for a review to review their ebook, and you could do tons of these every single day. So go out there, of course, they're going to give you a copy of the book to check out, read it, maybe not read it, I don't know, maybe you're a piece of shit. Whatever you want to do, it's your life, your world, you're the creator here, but I want you guys to understand you could get paid to leave Kindle ebook reviews. So let me show you guys quickly the website that you're going to be doing this on. All right, so there's actually quite a few websites you could do this on, and I'm going to link to this entire article down below in the description, but the one that I like the most is onlinebookclub.org, which if you go on their website and click this link, they're actually going to give you between $5 to $60 per ebook review. Now, they say right on here, yeah, you're not going to become rich by doing this, but you could easily make a couple $100s a day. So go to this page, fill in your email, and they're going to send you some more information on how to get started. But I don't want you guys to stop there. We can actually head right back over to Fiverr, do a quick search for Amazon review, and you guys will see that people are easily paying and making $10, $15, and sometimes $20 for a verified review on their Amazon product, on their Kindle ebook, because it really does help out their product or book in search, and it's a really in-demand service that you guys could start offering as of tonight. And one thing I'm noticing is this is actually a pretty undersaturated space on Fiverr in particular versus the other freelance sites. So I highly encourage you guys, go out there and start capitalizing on this tonight and start making some money by reading and reviewing ebooks and maybe just other Amazon products in general. And that, guys, is essentially it. So that's how you can get paid to leave reviews for Kindle books. Just get paid for writing reviews. It's super simple. Guys, again, you hear me say this all the time, there are no excuses today. We are living in the golden age of making money online, or making money, period. Everything's on the internet. Internet marketing is kind of like a weird thing to kind of like separate the two between offline marketing, right? But I'm going to stop rambling. I do hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Again, click the like button down below. Helps other people like this see videos. Share this video with someone you know who may want to make a little bit of a side income online. It really does help people. So just copy the link, send it to someone you know. Maybe it'll make their day. Click the subscribe button as well, and turn on notifications. Click on the little bell icon. That's going to let you know and be first to know when I upload a new video. I make videos like this all the time. They're typically more like involved, like business model methods or about e-commerce stuff. E-commerce is my bread and butter, but I want to make some videos like this to go out there and really help some people out. So again, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. My name is Matthew Sabia, and I will talk to you next time.